Be present in over 100 experiences covering 20 genres. Virtual Presence Productions. I've been fortunate to meet and spend time with some of the most interesting people in the world and have been enamored with their stories. You may have read these stories, heard these stories, or even seen them, but at the dawn of a new format, you can truly spend a day in their life. In 2023, the Randy Malloy episode of A Day in Their Life garnered a lot more attention than I imagined it would. Going back to my old radio station and telling the story of an owner who willed independent radio through every storm that came its way for 33 years. I returned a little over a year later.
At the end of the year last year, a business transaction did not occur that I had planned on occurring, and it put me in a position to no longer have a radio station to operate. It's a very long and convoluted story that there was definitely some reneging and there was definitely some chicanery. Basically tried everything to save the station and continue doing it. Attempted to do it online, but the problem is that the machine was built for terrestrial. So because
the economy
of it, right?
Business, yeah.
Because it wasn't built out of a shoebox with this very small amount of people. There was a full staff of people and a building and a bar and an infrastructure and just a lot of stuff that obviously scaling it backwards isn't as easy as scaling it forwards.
Right.
Which I found out, yes.
So when did you officially call it over?
End of March. April was pretty much the end, the official end.
And you were able to get everybody jobs pretty much,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Yeah, most people got a job. Sales got job with sales things. One's got job at radio. DJs, one moved out of market. One works at the library. One's in market at a radio job. I got all the office people-y jobs at other places. So
office people
jobs. Yeah, office people jobs.
But then you still own the building.
I still own the building, yes.
Which means you're stuck with a radio station with no radio station.
Well, yes, there's not much radio station left. Again, that's also been a what is it? Unexpected rapid disassembly.
Right. I mean,
yes.
How do you liquidate that type of building? I mean, goodness gracious, because it wasn't like any other radio station I've ever seen. So,
right.
You're not liquidating just radio station parts. You're liquidating a bar. You're liquidating, just one of the weirdest setups in this.
Well, it was a Swiss club, so it looks like a Swiss chalet.
Right.
So, it's a venue, so right. It's a music venue. It's an office space, so it could easily be, someone talked about making it a music venue and like a production facility. And I'm like, well, exactly. It could easily be that because of the fact that, you can do podcasts from the studios and everything else. It's pretty much was set up that way. But yes, it's a fairly unique space.
All likely buyers have fallen out, and we're now up to a comedy club, you said?
Yes, today actually, there's going to be a potential comedy club buyer. Either that, or it'll be a developer, because this is a big space.
Yeah, a developer will just rip it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'll tear everything down. It'll just be over. So.
But that's been a problem also because in order to get a developer, don't you need permits and...
Oh, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, nothing's easy.
Right.
But did we expect that?
That's the journey. All right, so you all know I haven't been in here since the station went bye-bye, so this is going to be super emotional for me. I'm not looking forward to this, but I feel like it's part of his journey, and I want to be here for my friend. But this this one's gonna hurt because I was so happy for him the last time I was here that he had made it. And fuck.
I'm having such a dark Saturday. Shine a light my way.
You're used to this.
Oh, well, I see it every day.
Yeah.
And yes, it's there's this shrine of Andy.
Yep.
Symbol. And yes, I see it all the time. It's punishing. I have to deal with selling my memories. Oof. Downstairs gets a little raw, a little more stark.
Already, I'm not seeing my nice sign here at the bottom.
No, it's like I said, it's a little more stark down here. So this is pretty much empty. Everything's off the walls.
Yeah.
Right.
But there are still walls.
There's still walls.
I mean, considering you put the walls up.
Yes.
He didn't have to take them back down.
No.
He didn't.
Right.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I know. Front page of magazines.
2012, yeah, look at you.
It's
the most depressing thing I think I've ever fucking seen, Randy.
It's not the best. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like I'm living my best life some moments down here.
I mean, you already take the L when you turn the station off, and then you take the L every fucking day.
Yeah, I have
like it's just because
yeah.
I don't. That's a weird mental gymnastics of how do you keep moving forward. Also, when you know it's never going to be a radio station again.
No.
Like, you're pretty sure that you're done with radio.
I mean, look. Hey, the lottery's $1 billion. Someone has to win it. I'll put my $2 in.
Yeah. But the idea was always that you had... Honestly, the radio station went 10 years longer than anybody could have imagined.
Sure.
In the climate of independent radio.
Sure. Oh,
but this is the end. Like, there's just no reason... Unless money didn't mean anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it would be a hobby.
Right.
I would employ people, and it would be a hobby.
Yeah.
That's you have to have that kind of FU money.
Which neither of us have.
No. Well, because again, to start it back up, if it was still existing, it's fine. I scaled it and we pivoted enough that by doing events and marketing and everything else, we pivoted so that it was able to survive. But now to reinvent it, I'd have to rebuild it. Now it's a lot more expensive to start it again.
And the further you get away from everybody remembering it,
absolutely,
it will start to disintegrate.
Yes.
Everything. And we all age out of the bracket where it matters.
I mean, come on. The apex predator is time.
Yeah.
Everything succumbs to time eventually. Everything.
John, what's your email address?
You're going to get to a point where whoever buys this place just gets this stuff.
A lot of it.
And they have to just deal with it.
What I'll probably wind up doing, if someone came in tomorrow and said, hey, we'll take it in 30 days, I would get a storage unit. A lot of the stuff would have to go to storage. I mean, the hard drives have all the music on it. I have every big room recording.
Yeah.
30 years of live performances by bands. I can't sell them.
Yeah.
I can't sell music. I don't have the rights to sell it and profit from it.
And you can't give it away.
Well, right.
You just can't.
I can't. I gave away the Chill jersey to the son of the guy who wore it. He passed away of Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS, and his son, I pawed through the internet and found him and said, hey, he happens to live in Columbus, Ohio, of all weird places. He's from Michigan, lives in Columbus, but I found him, Jim Ballantyne's son, brought him down and said, I have something for you. And he was in tears. And he called his mom, and his mom was in tears. And his uncle reached out, and said, that's the most amazing thing. I'm like, I couldn't sell this. People were like, we'll buy that. I'm like, I can't. Yeah, I have to find this kid. I said, I just had to do it. And no matter what, I said, doesn't matter what you'd pay for it, I'd rather give it to this kid.
And I'm assuming a lot of Andy memorabilia went with the family?
I said, whatever you want, take it.
Yeah.
Whatever. The kids are adults now.
Much of it
but they took more stuff now because the kids are older.
Yeah.
They're grown up now. They didn't know Andy. They didn't know their dad.
Right.
So I said, take anything you want. all of it, anything, just take it.
Well, that's the other thing. Who wants to remember
I know.
something they love so much and put it on their car, and then they gotta be sad every fucking day
I know.
when they see the like it's just.
Trust me, there are days that I just want to grab the baseball bat and just start swinging.
Yeah.
Just start swinging, and then when it's about ankle deep, I'm just gonna get a shovel, put it into the dumpster, you know, and be like, okay,
All right, we're
I'm
done.
good, right, I'm good, I'm done.
Shine a light my way.
Every day that I have to deal with this, I at least get to remember how I got this and where this came from and what it meant to people. That's the thing. You know, I have to look back at it with fond memories. And yes, am I sad, upset, mournful, hateful, blah, blah. Sure, but I can't let it destroy me. You have to be grateful for that time that you had. So I have to look at it that way. It's the only positive I can get out of it.
No.
So I have to.
Well, life well lived
Sure, exactly.
is so much better than not having tried.
Correct. Let me show you the pictures of the bands I got to meet and hang out with.
Yeah.
And still, when one came to town recently, was like, hey, let's hang out. I know you're not in radio, but you want to come backstage? You want to hang out?
Yeah.
Want to get a beer? You want to go to dinner? I'm like, sure.
Those moments, you collect moments and then you die.
Yes.
Collect moments, die,
Yes.
move on.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, and there's a lot more of these. Please check out my other VR logs and subscribe and comment. It means the world to me.